Alrighty, welcome everybody to another video. Today's video is a Trial of the Sword tutorial, and I want to ask you a question. How many Trial of the Sword tutorials is too many? I am of the belief that the more perspectives you see, the more times that this is done for you guys, in service of you guys, the more beneficial it is for you, and maybe you can experiment with different ways as well. Obviously, I am keenly aware that this is not the first tutorial by far. In fact, 3 years since the game has come out, but let's see if we can keep this a timeless version as well. Alright, so let's get started. This is the Trial of the Sword on normal mode. We are going to the beginning trials, which has 12 floors. When we begin the first floor in the beginning trials, we are going to be put straight into a room where we've got to battle enemies. If you haven't done Trial of the Sword, it's just room after room of battling enemies in the hopes of upgrading your Master Sword. So what you're going to do, or want to do, is approach this camp of 3 bokoblins. They have 13 HP. Okay, now they saw me, and what I am going to do is chuck a bomb at them and hopefully try and get as many of them dead as possible. Okay, so 1 bomb should kill them as long as you have upgraded your bombs to 24 damage. So they start out at 12 and then they go to 24 damage. Now obviously you can do the math yourself. That would be 24 damage to take out 13 HP bokoblins. So yeah, 1 bomb each. Use the woodcutter's axe to break the barrels for some food, and then crate for some more food as well, but it's not going to be that useful for me, so I am just going to go straight ahead and go out of here. Floor number 2. Okay, what you want to do is you want to change to your Boko Club. So change to your Boko Club and do what you can to so just stop that fella by chucking your weapon at him and picking up his bow after you kill him with a bomb. Use your woodcutter's axe to kill him that way, and then what you want to do is use the bow to shoot this guy. Headshot will kill him, 2 shots will kill these other 2 because they aren't archers, or 2 headshots that is, but you can see that I didn't kill him in 2 headshots, so that's okay. Alright, the Choo will create an updraft allowing you to get onto the edge. You can headshot this guy and for a second time as well, using a lot of arrows here. Now we want that weapon, but we'll go down and get it in a second because it's harder to get up without using arrows, using more arrows, and we don't really want to waste arrows here. Anyway, so we get some more arrows here, some more food. Sometimes you get mighty bananas. That's the only thing I would honestly think is worth picking up. Aside from that, that's everything else here. And we're going to change to the Boko Spear. Now if you've kept your spear, that's good. If you haven't, that's okay. So what you want to do is, once these fire choo-choos pop up, you can use the spear to poke them. It's got pretty good range, and it stays out of the way if they when they explode after they die. So that's why it's pretty useful. Now you don't have to have a spear, you can use any other weapon, but just like what I did there, make sure that you backflip, okay, after killing them. The spear allows you to keep out of the range, but I'm just backflipping for lols, like that there, so you can see I was out of the range. And for this last one, so there are only 8 of them, you can just chuck the spear. There is a weapon over there you can see on the far side just before the screen transitioned. So where I was just then, that's got a weapon in it. I, for the life of me, can't remember what it is, but I never pick it up because I think that Trial of the Sword gives you enough weapons. So what you want to do is headshot this archer, and he will die after 1 shot, and that will actually lead the other bokoblins to the top floor while you go down from the bottom, or at least the blue bokoblins that is, and the rest of the bokoblins will come downwards, and you just want to take them out with a bomb as well. Now there should be 3 red bokoblins as you come up. You want to take them out first before taking out the blue ones. And this is a stronger bow, so I am going to take that and break this one for some more arrows, and another arrow here. Now the blue bokoblins have realized that there wasn't anything up there. They will come down, so you can use bombs to take them out. Because they have 72 HP blue bokoblins, you are going to want to use bomb chaining, and you're going to need to use 3 bombs, unless, just like that bokoblin, he actually took damage on his fall down, which is okay. So that was some extra damage that he took that we didn't have to do. So otherwise you would actually have to throw another bomb, just like I am hoping I can get him. I did not. Still didn't get him. And that was close. Okay, he should... Seriously? This is not very clean at all, hey? Okay, finally. So then he will die. In the crates behind me, there are some food items in there. I don't really want them. And you want to take out these wooden items here for some fire arrows. Launch one at the fire barrels. That will actually take out the other bokoblin that's standing right on top of that tower there. That's floor number 3, guys. So you can see I'm also showing you what not to do, especially with my bomb aiming there just then. You can use the left trigger, so ZL, to target lock. Now with these guys, if you've got enough arrows, I've got enough arrows. If you've got enough arrows, you want to draw them to you and then headshot these guys, okay? Especially this one with the spear. Spear enemies attack really fast, unfortunately. So that guy, come on. Now, what's happening here is I forgot to change bows. And if you actually use the right bow, not like what I did, you can actually just kill them in 3 headshots. Okay, try not to disturb the enemies inside that area there, because we will get to them later on. So 3 headshots should kill these guys. That is with the spiked bow that you picked up earlier. So you want that. This skull is interesting. Every time I do this, if you take out the lamp in the left eye, it actually does more damage for some reason. I don't know why that is. So I always go for the one in the left eye. Now that guy over there didn't actually die behind me, unfortunately. But you can just kill them the same way as you would normally. So bomb chain these guys, use target lock, you can see, to help you aim. And the one inside that did actually die from the fire, so that's good. Sometimes my runs are a bit luckier than that, where they don't come out of the cave and you can just keep bombing them. So you want to take arrow items, any banana items, or some food items. I'm just going to heal up from taking damage, and we are moving on. So this is going to be our first mini boss. It is the Talus. For me, I'm going to try and get some bonus damage by just bombing him first and then pulling out my stronger bat. If you're in climbing mode, you won't fall off, but I did because I wasn't, obviously. And I'm going to try and get to a point where I can double hit him. I'm falling off the edge, sort of. And when he goes down, just double jump. So you can see that means you won't get hit by the top of the Talus there. I am going to go for the Moblin Club this time. It's only half damage, but it will still die. There we are. Now, after mini boss sections, there are usually resting floors, and what you want to do is take the fairies in each of these resting floors. Okay, so there are shrooms over here, more shrooms over here, fish in the water, apple in the trees, and crates that are full of food and arrows each time. So fire arrows are what I want. And we've got a couple of items here that would be pretty good. So we have a shield, a sword, and a spear that we want to pick up. Those are pretty strong weapons. I think they're worth getting. So That's pretty much all we got to do, I think. Actually, just before we get out of here, we're going to do one cook, and that is for the razor shroom. I'm going to throw in some bonus items. Can't put in the enduro shroom, otherwise that will cancel out the effects. But more items just give us a little bit more time. So we've got a low level attack boost. It's not ideal, but what can you do? This next series is called, I call it the water series. As you're going up, try and go for a stronger weapon, maybe the 8-fold blade that we just picked up. And what you want to do is you want to you want to freeze that one and then shoot this one, and then try to take out these guys one by one. Okay, so do your best to take these guys out one by one. Whenever they're at different enemies, always try and take them out one by one. And now that he's dead, okay, dead. Alright, so you can pick up these more food items. The throwing spear might be nice. That has arrows and food in it. But I'm going to go for this chest. I think that should be enough to sustain me for now. So this chest has 10 arrows. There is a metal crate in the water as well. I suspect they put that there for you to drop on people. I don't think it has anything in it really, unless I've just been unlucky. Now what you want to do is headshot this guy and then kill him and pick up his bow. So his bow is a little bit stronger than ours, and ours is breaking already. So we want to freeze this fella, shoot him twice. He should die, I think, with one short sword hit as well, for a nice boomerang in case we need it later on. I think Trial of the Sword gives you more than enough weapons each time you go into. So honestly, we're not going to run out of weapons. In fact, I am going to make a point at the end just to show you how you can get by without that many items at all. For now, I'm going to use this Boko bow. Aim for the 2 Octoroks, they should die, and we are going to keep going to this Wizrobe over here. So what you want to do is you want to freeze him, headshot him as many times as you can. Try and keep him on the land, because when he's in the water you can't reach him, and you can even chuck bombs at him. He's dead. You can pick up the lightning rod if you want. Not a lot of use to it. So that is floor number 9. This is floor number 10. A lot of people have very poor memories of floor number 10 only because it's somewhat of a difficulty jump, to be honest. So what you want to do is headshot that guy. He should actually die after one headshot, and that stops him from alerting the others. If you have a hard time headshotting, you can actually stasis him if you want, and that's totally okay. So this is the point where you want to be real quiet here and go to your strongest weapon. Okay, now if you sometimes, especially with this Lizalfo, when you sneak strike him, he will actually fall into the water, which is not what you want. But in this case, he didn't fully go into the water, and that's okay. Alright, so that's good. Now you want to not distract the other guy. So these are black Lizalfos. They have 3 times more, 2.5 times more HP than a blue one does. Okay, in Master Mode they have 3 times more. The silver ones have a 3 times more than a black one does. So that's why it's such a nightmare on Master Mode. But in normal mode it's actually okay. This is actually beatable level. So floor number 10, chain sneak strike and just attack from behind, and then walk to where they are facing as they are lying on the ground. And then I'm going to pick up the arrows here. Yeah, and then you can sneak strike them again. More food in those barrels, but we don't really need them. And let's see how quickly we can do this one. So we've got enough arrows for now. We're not going to need the woodcutter's axe anymore. And we are, how many bows do we have? So we are going to use some arrows here. Try and get some headshots, but if you don't get headshots for these red ones, it's okay. You're doing 14 damage to 13 damage, but 13 HP bokoblins, it's not going to matter. But behind those red bokoblins, there are some blue bokoblins as well. So what you do want to, you do want to headshot those ones, because otherwise you can't kill them in one hit. All 4 of them shoot fire arrows at you. Obviously, I am just wasting arrows. You can honestly just wait until you're a bit closer to shoot these guys. The raft doesn't move that slowly. So yeah, there we go. They have arrows, they have bows. Not really going to need them, to be honest. You can see that there are some enemies waiting for us up there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to change to the bomb. And when you get to the top here, you can actually knock all of these guys into the water. Apart from obviously if the wind does not allow you to do that. So unlike Lizalfos, they can't swim. So if you knock them into the water, they will actually die. Towards the very top, so there are more arrows and foods in the crates even down there. Towards the very top there is a moblin. And you want to do the same to him, to be honest. Essentially just make him fall. It wasn't the best angle. So if you want to, if you want to make him fall, Link always strikes from, did he die? Yeah, he died. So he strikes from right to left, so if you hit him that way off the edge, then he will fall into the water as well. So they can't swim either. Now this is the last floor, and honestly, just to make a point, as I said I would, I'm going to unequip everything. Okay, unequip everything. We don't need to take anything into this trial at all. Okay, apart from 1 bow and a couple of arrows. Yeah, so there we go. And we are going to use our attack up potion here. So nothing is needed for this mini boss. That's how many bonus items, extra items we had in this one. So take out your bow, start shooting this guy. And even though our bow is badly broken, that is a-okay. In fact, we might as well use it until it's gone. And you notice that I pick up a fresh set of weapons, 26 damage bow and sword and 40 guard shield. And what you want to do, stasis is your friend. Easy headshots. Don't get too close as he is just sitting down, so I bide my time by shooting arrows at him, because if you run straight up to him anticipating where he will land, he will actually sit on you. Okay, and that's dangerous. It takes your whole health, so you know he's got some weight on him. I mean, I'm sure you can imagine something like that sitting on you would not be very survivable. Okay, so guys, that is the beginning trials. At this stage, you've done really well. We are about to go upgrade our sword, so that our master sword will upgrade from 30 damage to 40 damage, and we're going to go on to the middle trials. I hope this has been somewhat helpful so far. The middle trials has 16 floors and the final trials has 23. The trials are all split up into different series, is what I call them, series. So this one, for example, had the, let's say, the Bokoblin series, Moblin series, I don't know, I don't know what you call them, basic enemy series, and then there was the water series where everything was all around water. Yeah, so you'll take on various different series as you go along. Okay, let's go on to the middle trials. Some argue that these are easier than the beginning trials. I don't think they're easier in normal mode. I think they are easier in master mode. And the reason why people argue that is because you get better items, so you kill enemies faster, even though there are more floors. So I call this the wind series, where you paraglide around. The rooms are all filled with updraft. What you want to do is land, make sure that that guy comes close enough so that you can bomb them both Bokoblins. And the strategy there is to hold a bomb, and if you double jump, you'll let go of the bomb automatically. Okay, now what we want is this guy's bow. So you want to do the same with just what you did just then, and his bow actually fell off. If you saw that, that is a-okay, because we'll pick up a replacement in a moment. Now we kill these guys while they were still looking around, because they're nubs. Doesn't look like I managed to pick up that guy's spiked club, the Boko club. I think it fell off as well. That is rather unfortunate. Now we want to fly up to this platform. As you hit the platform, just attack upwards, so press the attack button, and it will actually destroy the platform since Link attacks above his head when he is in the air. So that's where we get our first bow. We're going to pick up the corresponding arrows down here and fire arrows in this crate over here. So Mighty Banana is what I want. And over there you've got another platform filled with goodies and a chest that is located in a similar fashion to this chest that we just got, but I don't really normally get them. I think it's another sword in that chest. From here you want to position yourself fairly well so that when you headshot these guys, they fall into the abyss and die with one shot. You want to do the same with his brother over here. Unfortunately he's turned invisible, so just try and remain at his level. And otherwise he'll keep chasing you until he's the same level as you or higher. And I don't know that he is going to fall off. Now I hit him with the wrong angle, but he will turn invisible. I'm just going to come back later actually. Yeah, honestly, it's not a big deal. So shoot this guy. Because we have a 14 damage bow, it doesn't need to be a headshot. He will die anyway. And then break the chest for some good arrows. I've got like 12 there. Where is that guy? Still wasting his time over there. Okay, we'll have to come back to him later on. Normally it's a pretty smooth attack, but kill this guy, hit him anywhere, hit this guy with headshots though. So you're gonna need 3 headshots or a number of extra shots if you don't get headshots. Those crates have food in them. I don't really need them. For some reason, this guy's been real annoying. Okay, he's walked back to where he was, and in a moment when he comes off from directly above the platform, you can headshot him and he will die, just like that. Now let's make our way to the portal, and I'll talk to you about what's going on in floor number 3. So this floor is annoying, much more so on master mode. This is definitely the floor that I would normally die on, except that it's not master mode, so that's good. As soon as you begin, you got to move fast. There are 4 bokoblins that shoot different elemental arrows at you. The ones on the end actually shoot bomb arrows. Okay, so these guys shoot bomb arrows. You want to kill these guys as quick as you can. Running out of stamina here. And then shoot this guy because he shoots an ice arrow at you. If you've got bonus stamina, shoot that guy because he also shoots ice arrows at you. But you can see I didn't get him. So I'm just going to have to wait for myself to recover some parts. Headshots will kill him. Not headshots will not kill him, obviously. And then you can see another electricity arrow from the bokoblins on the far side as well. We want the ice arrows. That's what we want to take away for now. Take out this guy. He has a 24 damage weapon, so that's very handy for us. And we want to break this chest for some bomb arrows. 10 of them is lucky. Okay, so there's a falcon bow up there that he drops. Well, he didn't actually drop it this time. I think it fell off. So that's the electric archer. And this guy. Nice. Get another bow. Shock arrows in that crate behind me, but we don't really need them. I think I might just go for the arrows in this crate over here. Now there is a feathered edge. I believe it's a weapon in that metal chest. I don't normally get it because it's only like 11 damage sword or spear or feathered edge. Feathered edge is a spear. Yeah, like 11 damage. Not that strong. This counts as the mini boss for this floor. and is the last enemy for the win series. Take your time, don't be afraid to chip away at his health using arrows. And then we're going to pull out our strongest weapon for now, that is the forked boomerang. This is pretty much the whole reason why we got this weapon, is just to kill him faster. Okay, let's go. To our left from that view, we've got arrows in chests. Grab them if you're short on arrows, that is, not if you're physically short. Alright, and we've got a shield, a knight's shield I think, in that chest, which we're not going to need. We have enough shields and some more arrows here. I'm just wanting to pick maybe a couple. That wasn't very lucky. There's another chest over there, I think, with a sword. Or a bow. You can see my knowledge on these chests laying around isn't that great right now. It's because I don't normally pick them up. Okay, so same deal if you as the other resting floor. You've got food and arrows. Oh, mighty bananas, food and arrows here, fish in the pond, some more mushrooms lying around, apples in trees. You can cook these guys. I'm hoping for a stronger attack up potion, so mid-level for 3 minutes is okay. Let's see what we've got in the chests. Okay, falcon bow and a sword, a knight sword I think. Yeah, knight sword. So in the middle there are the Hylian trousers. That's a piece of armor, but we're not really going to need it. This is what I call the darkness series. It's really annoying. Least favorite, definitely. You want to go to a Boko spear, so any spear weapon, and take out the keys, because obviously you can attack them from afar without getting burned. And also your aim is better and your attack is faster, swifter. And the darkness series, they light up once you kill all the enemies, so it's pretty good there. Floor number 6, 7. Okay, so here, if you have a hard time seeing, there are actually some green eyeballs that you can see from over there. You can see one on the far side over there as well. Or in fact, you'll notice, so just to show you a bit better, you'll notice probably that, there it is. I missed. Missed again. So yeah, the green eyeballs there are what you want to aim for. You will end up seeing a question mark once it notices you. If these guys don't die, use bomb arrows to clear them out. We didn't have bomb arrows in the beginning trials, so that's why we didn't do that then. Grabbing some food and the forest dweller's spear. That's a torch behind us, we don't really need it. I like this forest dweller's spear because it's always got some sort of upgrade on it for some reason. This one's critical hit. I actually love critical hit. It's my favorite modifier. So yeah, critical hit's nice. Let's go on to the next one. Now over here we've got a whiz robe. Now once he notices us, he's going to pause. That's our time to strike. Don't wait too long, otherwise he'll disappear again. Meteor rod. Use this and start burning these bokoblins. They have a weakness to fire, so yeah, just spam them. And what I'm doing here refreshes the meteor rod, because as you can see, the meteor rod will actually run out of fire power after using it a couple of times. So there's some sort of glitch there that we were exploiting, where it refreshes the rod. Yeah. Chests around, crates around, that is if they don't break first, don't burn first, full of food. And we are going on to the next stage. So you'll notice I picked up some pretty strong weapons. I haven't really talked them through, but we are going to use them. Okay, let's save our ice arrow. Let's chip away at his health for a sec there. Yeah, you may definitely use one of the stronger weapons that we have here. Nice. And we are almost done with the Darkness series. I don't know if that Decayed Guardian counts as a mini boss, but the one before us now is what we have to get through to the next resting floor. So this is a Hinox. So the same sort of Hinox as we saw in the beginning trials, but we have to fight him in pitch dark, which is really fun. Nah, to be honest, it's the same thing that you would do anywhere else. I'm just going through to see if I can burn some of my useless weapons. So you can see he does this slamming attack. So it may look like I'm pretty aggressive right now, or it may not, I don't know. But essentially just just try and be systematic about it. Headshot him. Don't get too close as he is coming down for the first time. Don't stay too long when he recovers, otherwise his attacks will kill you in one hit because he's a big fella. Wait, what am I using? I don't want that. There's some weapons here that aren't that useful. I'm going to drop them. Okay, and he's dead. Alright, let's go. I think there are weapons sticking out of the ground. I'm not sure if I've ever been able to find arrows in crates or food in crates in that one. That's okay. Second resting floor, make sure you get the fairies, same way. Try and sneak, you can dash, sneak, dash. You can see Enduro Shrooms over there. Okay, so in that middle one is a Hylian shirt, I believe, so some more armor. There is a Forest Dweller's spear and a Forest Dweller's sword, which is pretty neat. We are probably gonna go for the arrows here. I just saw a Mighty Banana, that could be useful. Look for a cooking session, iron trims, I don't really want, and some more hearty base. I don't know if I'll use these much. 50 seconds. I hope I use that wisely. Okay, this is what I call the Guardian series. It's not very hard, so these Guardians are pretty easy to kill. One shot will kill them, just don't stay in one spot, obviously, so try and move it. Keep on your feet, move left and right, and you can see what I did there. I moved, I changed directions too quickly, so move left and right, but don't change directions that quickly, because otherwise they'll pin where you were like a second ago, and if you return to that after a second like what I did, then obviously it's going to hit you. Okay, so we've got 3 Guardian Scouts here. They're not that hard to kill. Just shoot them. Guardian weapons, I think, are a little bit stronger on Guardians themselves, so come across and kill the Guardians. Now, I didn't go to the right. Oh, there it is. It is there. I think we moved away from it just then, or moved him away from his post just then. Okay. See these 4 structures? This one's actually hiding a secret. So go in for the strongest bow in the middle trials. That is the duplex bow. And the last fella is over here. Not really gonna need that spear anymore. You want to change to the falcon bow at this stage because the falcon bow has long range. It shoots much further than the others, so for example it helps you aim for these two, and for these guys you can just kill them. I'm gonna try and save some arrows at this stage, but come on. Take his sword. I already have a shield, don't really need it. Just to wake him up, but I'm gonna try and save the arrows. His sword as well, let's go. Now, in the direction that you come facing into the room towards the far right, so this would be the corner over here, you can see there's a chest down there that has a 8-fold long blade. It's not that strong, so I don't usually get it. Okay, so start shooting at one of these guys, stasis the other, definitely. So remember the rule for the trial of the sword is to take them on one by one. Now I got hit there, not very smart. This guy's about to do the spinning thing, so that gives us time to take out this guy. Try to get flurry rushes, obviously that. Now we are running short on arrows. Now, as he does the spinning thing, you can actually freeze him. That would interrupt him, but I was like half a second slow on that one, unfortunately. Okay, so I took some unnecessary damage. Alright, so that's actually floor number 15 out of 16. This is our last one. Nice. And you do want to go in with your attack up potions for this last enemy. If you've ever done the major test of strength shrines, this is exactly it. It's just a Guardian level 4 scout with 3 weapons, and the stats are pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, use everything that you've got on you, to be honest. So I've got no more ice arrows, fire arrows. I am going to change to my ancient battle axe and start spinning. Now I didn't time that right, but he's still a bit slow currently. And then at some stage he's going to wake up to what we're doing here. So he's going to start charging up his blue laser thing, but we are easily going to be able to kill him before he gets a shot off. So don't freak out. Anyway, there we go. That is the end of the middle trials. He dropped some pretty good weapons like Guardian Sword Plus Plus, I think, and an Axe Plus Plus and a Spear Plus or something. So they're pretty strong, but that was the last enemy. We're not going to be able to use them. Even if we pick them up, we can't take anything into the final trials. So yeah, we always start off as Naked Link. Once again, Final Trials has 23 floors, some different series. Now as we pull this sword out of this second pedestal, our Master Sword will upgrade from 40 damage to 50 damage. I think Trial of the Sword is very well designed. Some people claim that playing Trial of the Sword makes you a speedrunner, so it turns you into a speedrunner. and that's kind of funny. I think the more you play it, the cleaner, the more precise all of your attacks and strategies are, and I think it's somewhat true even if you aren't aiming to speedrun it. I'm just going to heal up for the sake of consistency here. And here we go, we're on to the final trials. Okay, the first one is what I call the lightning series. This is because, as you'll see, it's just a thunderstorm setting, and lightning is attracted to everything in here, so can't use metal. Take out the one with the spear, because spears once again are very useful in taking out skull style enemies like that, and then pick up the rest of their weapons. Don't stay too long because there is actually an archer who's far away. Now you can see what's happening to that weapon over there. It was charging lightning through it, and this guy is going to wake up with a bow. Sometimes he wakes up a lot earlier than that, so we're lucky that he wasn't shooting at us just then. And we're going to use the bat in the same way that we had our axes. Rusty weapons all around, you can pick them up throughout the lightning series, but I don't normally, because once again you do get enough weapons for Trial of the Sword. You can see I didn't even use all of mine, taking out that Guardian level 4 scout. Okay, for these guys you are going to have to shoot them with a bow instead of using a polearm, because they charge lightning. You can see faint elements of lightning going through there. Yeah, that's what happens. So don't get close at all. When you enter the skull, so I'm setting up that bomb with the barrels. When you enter the skull, the enemies will appear. Use your spear weapon to take out the heads. Now, I wasn't aiming for that guy. That caused me to take damage. So I'm sad. I am sad. I'm gonna take one Lizalfo's arm for fun. And just before we exit out of this floor, there is one sneaky little prize that I think is worth mentioning. I almost never see this get mentioned in Trial of the Sword runs, but there is a hidden chest stuck in the ground, and it has a 48 damage Royal Guard sword, so you know, very worthy find. We are definitely going to be using that later on. Let's continue here. So this should be floor number 3. Watch out for the spiky fences. They're not called spiky fences. Barricades. Shoot the electric choo-choos and go up here. Barrels have arrows in them. We can't make it to that metal chest just yet because it's not connected. There's a shield in that one, and when you jump off, try to headshot these guys. Headshotting style enemies do kill them in one shot. So there is one more, probably yet to rise. It's rather unfortunate. Yeah, got him. Okay, we don't really need their weapons. We want to... So there's a club and a spear that they were holding, but we want to take this bow because it's a lot stronger than ours. We can even ditch ours now, and watch out for the barricade. Go for this chest now. Yay! So it's another pretty strong bow. And here we are. Now these guys are on horseback, and horseback enemies are very annoying. So what you want to do is you want to... That was barely a climb. So you want to get up there and go for somewhere where you've got a nice view of these guys. Use bullet time to headshot these guys, because horses ram you, and even if you don't get headshots, that's okay. But horses that ram you deal a bit of damage, which is really annoying. Not only that, while they are on horseback, they tend to go for this spinning attack where they spin their weapon around their heads. Now there should be a 5th one somewhere. That's him. Okay, now, so 5 on horseback over here, and there are 8 of them in total, so 3 more in this corner of the map. They have bows, just be careful. I'm not having a lot of luck hitting these heads with two-handed weapons, to be honest. Okay, so there should be one more fella who's all the way on this side, wherever he is. Where did he go? There he is. Nice. Okay, so that actually brings us to the end of that part there. We can use another bat to take these out. Honestly, we get so many weapons, it doesn't matter if we're using strong, prestigious, I was going to say prestigious, a strong weapon for these guys. There are more arrows in the metal crates over there, you can see, but I think we've got enough for now. I'm not going to really need any more. So this is going to be our first mini boss in the final trials. Do the same thing as you would for the High Noxes. The Star Nox has a very similar behavior pattern, and start spinning. Don't stand too long under him. The eyeball is rather annoying to fight because you have to chase after it. So to be honest, I would argue that it's actually faster when it's back in its socket than taking it out. Although of course you don't get the risk of being damaged. But yeah. There we go. Okay, so you want to do what you can to break these. Break these. If we had, yeah. If we had the bat still, we could break them for arrows pretty easily. But I had to use a bomb. I don't think I'll need any more arrows, but might as well, to be honest. Where'd it go? Over there. 1 arrow. Okay, so some elemental weapons. Over here we're going to use them all to some degree, and there is another hidden goodie that I don't see people referring to often. So this chest here is currently charging lightning, so we want to be quick. I'm risking it. We're going to have to dodge as quick as we can. So the fire arrows we are definitely going to use. Run! And this one should be floor number 6. Take the ferry just as usual. So instead of mushrooms, we've got hearty truffles over here. And if you know anything about hearty items, you can cook them and they will actually restore all of your hearts that you're missing, as well as 1 bonus one. So if I was missing 26 out of my 27 hearts, I would actually gain 27 back because of the yellow heart as well. Flame breaker boots. I think that might be an indication, a hint, if you didn't pick up, of where we are going to go. We got bows and corresponding arrows, but these aren't just your common arrows. We have ancient arrows. Let's go. Ancient arrows are definitely very much needed for the final trials. I would not imagine trying to take it on without ancient arrows, to be honest. Or we could. You could. I reckon you can. Definitely makes it a lot harder, and you definitely don't want to do it on your first try. But I would say a final trials run should use at least a minimum of 5 ancient arrows. Now obviously we've got 3 of them. We can pick up the others later on, so we'll get a total of 9. We're going to change to our non-burning things. Oh, I forgot the boots. So yeah, we'll get a total of 9 arrows. So we can use probably about 4 of them for free on whatever other enemies we want. And this guy can just die. Well, if you don't get him with an arrow, just make sure you got the bomb on him. If you fit for Octoroks before, they upgrade weapons that you throw at them, unless they're already pretty good weapons. So rusty weapons, that is. You can see over here there is a tip of a rusty broadsword or claymore or something. I never get it, but if you had gotten that and thrown out the Octorok, he might throw you out with like a knight's or even royal broadsword. What you want to do is jump off. Don't land on the surface, because you just saw this guy has an arrow and he is going to shoot at you, and he shoots faster than you get up on that ledge. So don't land on the surface. Okay, you can see he's going to start aiming, and you want to climb up rather than landing on that surface, because you can't react fast enough. This guy is not as aware as the other guy, so it's okay. Just take all of these guys out with one hit. We want the fire arrows for the same reason that we want the ice arrows before. We haven't been able to use either yet, but take the fire arrows for later. There are crates. Sorry, yeah, there is a metal crate over there with food in it. Don't really need it. But yeah, let's go on. So this is where we will use our first ice arrow. I'm choosing to use an ice arrow rather than the frost blade, because obviously it's going to be too hard to run up to him. And I have some shock arrows too. Don't really need them. Let's shock this guy. Chip away at him for a little while. Strangely enough, these guys haven't even noticed me yet. Now, these guys are gonna breathe fire on you, and in the very first second that they do that, it does damage. But after, if you approach them after that they've started breathing like this, that you can see I'm not taking any damage. So that's the way around them. The moblin in there had a hammer, which we don't really need. It's not that strong, but I am going to go for the arrows here. Food in the other crates. And that spear, we'll come across stronger spears, so it's not a bother right now. Approach this guy the same way as the others. Dodge its arrow shot and then attack him with your frost blade. This moblin is also an archer. He also shoots arrows, and obviously they get lit on fire in the Elden region. But yeah, if you run up him and then strike, it will actually push him off in the same time. This chest, take it through the gap. You can actually pick up your second bundle of ancient arrows. Now this guy has a royal guard spear and is pretty strong. So what you want to do is you want to freeze him and then attack him. Ah, sad. Sorry, guys. So landing in the lava takes out 1 heart, and that's okay. Wow, look at that. Did not spawn in a very nice place. Anyway, we are going to try and take these guys on one by one. And we are going to try and make him drop the Royal Guard's spear so that we can pick it up. Let's recharge the sword, and then pick up the claymore. Okay, so unfortunately we did take quite a lot of damage in that floor, as you can see. So we'll have to make up for it. Now I suppose that's a perfect opportunity for us to use one of our hearty meals. There are arrows down the bottom, and I think there are arrows. Nope, not in this one. Oh, in that chest over here. So might as well go for this one. 2 fire arrows, more arrows down there. How is our arrow count? We have 42 normal ones. That's okay. We are on to our next floor. This is a mini boss floor. When you do Trial of the Sword, you do want to make sure you've got ice and fire arrows. So you can see right here is where we are going to use our first ice arrow. No, sorry, our second ice arrow. And over there we've got bombable rock formations. They provide updrafts. I think they are there to assist you in getting on top of the talus. I don't know why that first arrow didn't thaw him out. Sometimes it does that for some reason. And we're actually going to go for a stronger claymore. And take this guy out the same way we would the other taluses. Okay, so as he is going down, he is going to knock above you. Just do a double jump and then you'll be right back on to kill him. I managed to get some double hits in there. That's good. Got some crates with some arrows in them, but I'm not going to bother. And we are onto our next resting floor. Similar deal, go for the fairies. They act as lifelines. Even if you cook with them, they restore a great deal of hearts. Look at that, new addition, we've got spicy peppers. I'm gonna use these, definitely. And sizzlefin trouts, those are the fish that I think are worth getting. Over here, because we don't have any hearty items in the normal places, they've added a radish at the end. So just cook these as many as you can. 5 means like 12 minutes and a half of cold resist, and that that gives you maybe an idea of what we're going to be facing later on. So back over here, pick up any arrows, and what are we doing? So got a nice shield. I think we get a sword here. No, stone smash even better. And the last one is just some more armor, so we get the Hylian. Yeah, I think it's a Hylian tunic. Okay. Pebbits can be destroyed just like in the fire series, same way. And we are taking a little bit of damage, so let's use our thing. Now, enemies, when there are more, I'm never going to tire of repeating it. Just make sure that you take them out one by one. So his tri-boomerang is a lot better than ours. You can see that there is a pot in case you missed cooking things. I am going to go for my strongest shield, a nice bow, which I do have. Let's drop anything that we don't want. Okay. And we are onto the second floor of the ice series. Now this guy requires some a fire arrow to kill. I'm going back to normal arrows for these choo-choos because we don't want to waste the fire arrows. Its spear is pretty strong. Use 2 fire arrows to take out this guy. And voila, our last bundle of ancient arrows. Check it out. What weapon do I have equipped? That one. Yeah, nice. Can't remember what's in these crates. Food? More ice arrows. Nice. Don't really need them though. Okay, we are almost there. The last enemy is the Silver Moblin. This is our first silver enemy, so you are very justified in using an ancient arrow on him. But you did not have to. You can just kill him using your extreme combat prowess, and you know, you guys are just the best. Your overall general skill at the game. We have a lot of weapons. You could have burned through a number of them anyway. So let's just pretend that we did have 5 arrows. We would not have used one of them yet. For this guy, we will use a fire arrow. Just to spam, I am going to use another ancient arrow on that silver bokoblin. And then, well, actually, since he hasn't seen us, let's go and take out these blue ones. Whoa, that's got a long range. And then we're going to go take out this guy. So voila, we've just used 2 other yeah, we've used 2 okay, and he's dead. We've used 2 ancient arrows now, but in our count of 5, we would not have used any yet. Don't know if this will work. Not yet. Gotta wait for him to come up. Took 3 shots. Okay, so as we approach this next one, just try and pick a good weapon, a good shield, and a good bow, because we are going to have a pretty intense battle coming up. So let's keep a count of 5 ancient arrows. This would be where you would use your first one. Okay, so this is our best friend, the Lionel. But I am not actually going to... Not actually going to use the ancient arrow on him. I think we can take him down, to be honest. So you can see we're doing quite a fair bit of damage here already. What's another good weapon? Okay, it might have to go with this one. Try and go for headshots here. If you don't, make sure you are nimble, try and stay on your feet, dodge his attacks. Okay, finally got a headshot. So don't waste any time, run up and mount him, use your best weapon. I think it's not this one, it's going to be the Royal Guard sword. Now that we have a fair bit of stamina, you can go ahead and use arrows on this guy while you're coming down. Okay. There we go. So that would have been maybe your first ancient arrow that you would have used, unless you did want to take out the Lionel like we did there. And sometimes it is nice taking down the Lionel. We don't really need the mighty Lionel shield. I'm going to take its weapon and the bow. So the bow is strong because it's a 3-shot bow. So you can see over there in the corner, over there, we have an icicle that has bomb arrows in it. Not really gonna be needing it, I think. And that's the end of the ice series. Now, silly me, you can see that fairy got scared away. I think I moved too suddenly, unfortunately. Okay, let's pick up the right items. So this one should have the sword. This one has the bow, and that one has a shield, I believe. Nope, this one has a shield, and this one has the bow. That's probably all we need currently, I think. The fish here are pretty good because these are the hardy fish. And I would cook them individually just like I would with the radish and the truffle. So the next series, I don't really want to call it the Guardian series because we already had the Guardian series in you know, in the middle trials. So I don't really know what to call it. Could be the final series or something, because it's the final series that we're going to go through. That was the last resting floor, and what we've got ahead of us is, I forgot to pick up arrows, didn't I? That's annoying because we have to use a couple of arrows in this one. Okay, so we come up with a couple of Decayed Guardians. Now when you kill the first one, two are going to wake up. Yeah, just you're allowed to burn through all of your weapons, it's okay. So obviously keep out of the other one's line of sight until you approach it, and when you kill that one, the last three are all going to wake up at the same time. Isn't that fun? So yeah, run to the one closest to you. You can even start attacking it to wake it up or something. I don't know, up to you. Try and keep out of the line of sight of the other guys. So you can see that one can see you, so between combos or something you can yeah, you can just shuffle left and right, time it. So yeah, this one's dying and you can go ahead. If you're running sort of perpendicular to their line of sight, they are not going to be able to hit you because you run too fast for them. I actually really did not prepare myself in terms of arrows. I hope that you guys would be in a better arrow situation when you get to this stage over here. So yeah, keeping this in, keeping out of their line of sight as I approach, resorting to ice arrows. How sad. Nice. Try and be patient. Obviously you can see being systematic there was the way to go. Keeping out of the line of sight, shooting them in the eye to reset there, to daze them, and then just kill them as well. Okay, if you've ever taken out a guardian stalker, namely, then you'll know what to do here. Essentially just yeah, go for the legs, shoot them in the eye, stasis if you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try get body shots as well as leg shots here, just to do double damage with each swing. And you can see that did quite a lot of damage to him. Okay, you are allowed to use your Fork Lizal Spear here. No! Can't believe I missed that first time. Oh well. So yeah, that's the Guardian Stalker. Don't be intimidated by them. They have, like, you know, quite a number of weaknesses that you can exploit. And I didn't even show you many of their weaknesses there, but go for the legs. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some more arrows here. So I've now got 11 from 0. How many here? Okay, 21. 21 is workable. Alright, so remember how I said that we can use 5 ancient arrows officially? This would be where you would use your second one, because the flying guardians, they are really annoying. Obviously, like, how are you gonna fight them in the air? So whistle for this guy to get your attention, to get his attention, that is, and then you can just shoot him in the eye and go to the next floor. So some floors are really quick and easy, just like that. Floor number 22, if you remember me saying there are 23 floors, this is actually the second last, the penultimate floor. We're going to do a similar thing over here. What you want to do is whistle so that you get his attention, jump off so that you have time. So that's our third official ancient arrow. There are 2 other enemies, the Stalker and a sentry up there. They are both there, so this is a shield in front of us. I would get you to use an arrow on one of them, okay, not both of them, because you can kill one or the other. Just when they're both firing at you, that's what's hard. Okay, so just kill one or the other, and then go take the other one out. You can burn through as many weapons as you want. Doesn't matter. We're very close to the end now. I did not plan that well. Wait, what happened? That's so sad. I thought I had a bow, but obviously I must have been watching some other game. So you can see I've made a number of silly mistakes here. If I make a mistake, you're allowed to make mistakes. It's okay. And now that we're up, let's keep taking this guy out. So there should be some more arrows in crates elsewhere, and if you look in here, there is a chest in there that has a royal bow, but we're not really going to need it. We can equip our royal bow here and go for the mighty Lionel bow elsewhere. I think mighty Lionel bow we can honestly just use now, to be honest. So we have 1 ancient arrows left in our official run, and that would be to take out this silver Lionel. Okay, so that would be to take him out, but obviously I missed, so yeah, officially that's 6. We used 2 on the silver enemies earlier. We're gonna, you know, just leave the other horse enemies, and so that's why we've got 2 left, because we missed 1 as well. So because we do have them spare, might as well use them. Let's see how many I can get with this one over here. I actually got 1 of them. That's okay. Okay. Essentially, once we kill these bokoblins, they this floor is done. So what you want to do is probably take out your bomb arrows and see how many you can get. How many are there? Is that the last guy? No, 2. They all have pretty strong weapons. Guys, that is it. That is the final trials. Thanks for watching. I hope that's really helped you in some way. And at this stage, our Master Sword will upgrade from 50 damage to 60 damage once we pull it out of the pedestal, and we got a nice cutscene if you're doing this for the first time. That's it. Thanks for your journey, and I really hope that you were able to get something from that. The Master Sword is incredibly useful in many areas. It's got pretty high damage. Once you get to 60 damage, it is the strongest single-handed weapon by base damage. Okay, so even stronger than a Savage Lionel sword, and it is equivalent to a fully upgraded, I would say the max damage modifier for a Guardian Sword Plus, which is going from 40 to 60 damage, or even a Royal Broadsword from 36 to 60 damage, and even a Lizao Forked Tri-Boomerang, which goes from 36 to 60 as well. So yeah, it's on par with those ones, and this is even just permanent base damage. Not only that, it's got a durability of what people say to be 188. So that's like 4.5 Royal Broadswords. I think, yeah, 4.5 Royal Broadswords normally. Yeah, so there you go. That is the Trial of the Sword. I hope that you guys, if you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more future content, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.